I've been in Livonia, for probably 20 years, and it's the worst that I can remember.
Tonight on The Edge, the destruction after the storm. Cleanup continues in several communities after Wednesday's severe weather took down large trees and knocked out power to tens of thousands of people.
DTE is promising to have power restored to 95% of its customers by Saturday night, but for now, 125,000 are still in the dark. Fox News' Dave Kitchen is live right now in Southfield. And Dave, you were out there last night for the aftermath. What are you seeing now in terms of cleanup?
Well, a lot of people really doing everything they can, calling in everybody and their brother with chainsaws, with generators, and with those devices that take trees and really turns them essentially into mulch. This time last night or a little bit before last night, a lot of people were worried about, say, the size of hail that might fall on their car. But then take a look at something like this, a tree that comes crashing down on this car. Here, you can see the tarp and just how much of a mess it is. This is a huge, this could be a tree in and of itself. But this is looks like part of one, a complete mess, and that's only a snapshot of the damage across Metro Detroit.
Damn, it tore my shut up on that side. I didn't even see that part.
Checking the damage and chopping the wood on Woodburn Drive in Southfield. One day following Wednesday's big storms, and the cleanup effort is far from over. This car was crushed by a huge oak tree. Another one was pierced by a large section of wood, and a massive branch shot right through one person's bedroom.
It's a real surprise, something that we never expected.
That's the feeling many have across Metro Detroit as they work to recover. In Grosse Pointe Farms,
these people cutting the trees have been fabulous. They've been here, the same company on this corner, since 8 o'clock this morning.
Historic trees meet their end, but not before crashing into some estates with a history of their own, inches from disaster for Terry Withers.
I was in the back room there with my 2 little grandchildren, and we just ran for the basement. But when we came back up here and we looked, I'm not kidding you, the branch looked like a spear that almost would have hit the
impaled you.
Impaled us, yeah.
And in Redford, utility crews still have their hands full restoring power. But the strange thing is,
we didn't lose the power till 10:30 this morning.
How weird is that?
That it was really weird, because there was maybe a little rain. At least it rained while I was at work, but there was nothing else.
No electricity means many like Kim Messenger are improvising.
My parents have power, so we're actually kind of like emptying out the refrigerator, packing up, and gonna go chill there, hopefully until our power comes back on.
But she's just grateful to be alive.
We could smell smoke, and our neighbor actually came knocking on our door saying we had a fire in the backyard. So one of the power lines behind our house came down and was sparking, causing the fire to ignite.
So that's a terrifying situation. Thankfully, they're okay. Now, many folks tell us DTE told them power should be on, hopefully, by Saturday. Certainly feels like a long time away. There were other concerns about potential flooding in the Grosse Pointes. The city officials out there across the various towns sent out information saying that they had lost power to their pumping stations, and so they were warning people about the potential for flooding. We talked to several Grosse Pointe area residents. They say they didn't have any flooding, thankfully, so we hope that's the case for everybody out that way. For now, reporting live in Southfield, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
And Dave, you have to feel for that woman and others that were in your piece that said basically they lost power today, and a lot of times that happens because the power company has to shut it down so they can fix all the other people, and everybody seems to be on that same line. So many people impacted by this, and during this heat, it's making it even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. In fact, a lot of people were actually trying to stay outside because it was actually maybe a little cooler than, of course, being inside without power. But yeah, there's workarounds that crews have to do as well, and that can certainly affect the power even after the storm. No question about it.
All right. Dave, thanks for that update.
As Dave just alluded to, we were given a break today, but you know what? The chance for severe storms does return tomorrow.
Captain Rich Luderman is monitoring the radar for us and here to tell us what we can expect. Rich.
Taryn Roop, you can see where the action is right now. Not here in southern Michigan, but up here in north central Wisconsin. Big storms out there close to Green Bay, north of Madison. Some parts of the UP getting in on that action. How about live pictures from the Sioux Locks at Sault Ste. Marie? Pretty nice up there, 72 degrees. We just missed the freighter going through. How about the numbers today? Daytime highs for us, 84, 92 Chicago, 90 as far north as Wausau. So We have one day, that's tomorrow, where we will likely be up near 90 degrees. Today we made it to 84. Right now, temperatures are coming down just a bit, but the humidity is up, and you can feel it when you're outside or inside without AC. 76 Detroit, 71 there in Howe. Clearly, it's warmer off to our west. Chicago's 85. Look at Columbus, 80 degrees. So tomorrow we finally get a cold frontal passage from the north. Now that'll bring some scattered showers and storms to our area. We have a chance for heavy rain tomorrow evening. Now, severe outlook shows that we are in the slight risk for storms with damaging wind gusts and heavy downpours, Detroit, Kalamazoo, and Detroit. But the other concern tomorrow evening will be the heavy rainfall, up to an inch of rain in some spots. So let's check the forecast for you. Mild, muggy tonight. It stays quiet, down to 70 degrees. Tomorrow we hit 90. Spotty storms, especially in the afternoon and evening. And then finally, we get a break for the weekend. 82 with shower chances Saturday morning, but much more comfortable for next week. Roop will check it for you starting at 4 a.m.
Rich, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. We have an update tonight to the tragic story of a 14-year-old boy who was stabbed to death after winning a basketball game in Detroit. Police have made an arrest, and the suspect is only 13 years old. Since the alleged killer is a minor, the child's name has not been released. The teen is accused of stabbing Davion Henderson in the neck on Tuesday night. Prosecutors have charged the 13-year-old with second-degree murder. Well, today was day one of the highly anticipated Miller hearing for Oxford school shooter Ethan Crumbley. After days of testimony, a judge will decide how long the teen will be incarcerated for killing 4 of his classmates.
And today's hearing featured disturbing manifestos by Ethan, both written and recorded just prior to the massacre.
I'm going to rain fire down on this school. I will cause the biggest school shooting in Michigan's history. I will kill everyone I see. The first victim has to be a pretty girl with a future so she can suffer just like me.
I'm going to walk to the dividend between the boys and the girls' bathroom. I will have my black jacket on, and I will walk behind someone, and I will shoot a bullet in their skull. Yeah, that's my first victim. I'm going to open fire on everyone in that hallway. The hallways are too jam-packed. I will try and hit as many people as I can.
And Ethan goes on to say that he will reload and find people hiding to teach them a lesson. He says he knows he'll go to prison and is aware Michigan does not have a death penalty. Fox 2 will be in court tomorrow as the Miller hearing continues. You can begin streaming it at 9 a.m.
These documents have been sitting there waiting to be read by the public and by survivors, and they keep deceiving us and not allowing us to see them after promising we could. And I'm just sick and tired of it. It's really, really hard to heal when you know there's still answers to a lot of your questions out there.
Michigan State University facing another lawsuit over the Larry Nassar scandal. Those who were sexually assaulted claim the university's board of trustees made secret decisions about releasing documents in the case. The suit claims they refused to release more than 6,000 documents to the Attorney General's office as part of an investigation into Nassar's behavior. The board claims the documents are protected by attorney-client privilege.
Did you say a prayer with her before you left her out in the street like trash? You know, did you just at least hold her hand and tell her you're sorry?
The mother of a murder victim asking those questions to a pastor who killed her child. Albert Weathers agreed to plead guilty to taking Kelly Stowe's life back in 2018. The transgender woman was shot to death and her body was left in the street near McNichols and Brush in Detroit, an area known for prostitution.
Clearly, he's attracted to that population. So own it. Own it, and maybe change your life.
The former pastor faces 8 years in prison for second-degree murder and 2 years for felony firearm when he is sentenced. It's a local case that made national headlines. An Oakland County teenager was convicted of killing her father by dousing him with a chemical drain cleaner as he slept. Prosecutors say she acted in a fit of rage when he was too drunk to take her to her hair appointment.
Megan Imorowitz of Groveland Township faced a life sentence for the crime, but she was only given a year. With 17 months of time served, the 19-year-old was released this week. She tells Fox 2 she was innocent of the crime.
Prosecutor alleges that you threw a lie on your dad, and you say you did not.
They just want somebody to blame, and nobody wanted to ever believe that my dad could hurt himself or that anybody else could hurt him.
The front door was always unlocked.
Yeah.
So anyone could have walked in at any point in time.
Something was thrown on your dad, or you did toss something over, but it wasn't live.
Yes. I tossed some bread at him to get his attention.
While the judge showed mercy on Imorowitz, the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office was less pleased, saying, quote, "This was not the sentence we advocated for."
Well, you might not know it from this kindergarten graduate spirit, but at such a young age, he's already been through tremendous heartache.
It was 1 year ago this week he lost his mother to a fire in their apartment. As Fox 2's Camila Miri tells us, she'll always live on in his life, and he's letting everybody know that.
This is not successful.
At first glance, Jackson Carter seems like a typical 6-year-old.
This
piece? Yeah. Building Legos with Dad, one of his favorite things to do.
My favorite color is red and blue.
But in his short life, he's been through a lot.
My mom died.
A fire in her apartment last summer. Jackson would have been there with her, but on that particular night, he was with his father.
And every time when she comes home, she picks me up and gives me a hug.
A memory ingrained in Jackson's mind. In June, he gave a very special speech at his kindergarten graduation, New Dawn Academy in Sterling Heights. He dedicated that speech to his mom, Taryn Gainey. His grandmother helped him write it.
I practiced a lot of days.
He wouldn't let anyone hear him practice, not even his dad.
Like everyone else in the crowd, I was wild because I just thought it was going to be, he's going to get up there and just say something or just, it was a kindergarten. So again, I wasn't expecting this.
Wise beyond his years.
To have an audience and be able to capture every single person at 6, I'm just still in awe that, this is my son.
I trusted me. I trusted myself. I trusted my soul. I trusted my heart. And then I did it.
In Sterling Heights, Camila Miri on The Edge.